for the Group 3 Wellington Cup over the 3,200 metres. This is the penultimate at Trentham, so make sure you get your bets on. In the meantime, head over to Sky 1 for the 4th at Newcastle and 4th at Ipswich, and make sure you jet back here onto Sky 2 for the 9th at Trentham in 4 minutes' time.
Way to you, Emily.
Stephen Marsh with me, who's got the two contenders. Lincoln King will start with Stephen. Are you happy with how the preparation's gone up to today?
It's gone really good. His run 2 starts back was great. Last start he just, he needed it. And looking for the 2 mile, we know he gets the 2 mile. 2 years ago he's beat a nose in the New Zealand Cup, and this year he ran 4th. But he's going really well. The Wellington track should suit him, and as long as he can sort of get, I just said to Grills, he's more laid back than him, but as long as we can sort of get him into the race a little bit, he's a real chance.
It looks like you got a better draw as well, obviously, than you did in the New Zealand Cup this year.
Absolutely, and it'd be important to use that a bit, and if he's a bit ahead of midfield and relaxed, we'll be happy.
Starry Bill is your other contender. Interesting in comparison to Lincoln King, obviously, having the first run at the distance. What have you made of those recent runs?
Thought his runs have really...
Rodden also, and then down in the weights, actually there's a lot of them on 54, as we know, Hino Opilio, and that's incredible. I thought they both looked very well.
Okay, thanks Tom. Best of luck with the 3,200 metres in front of you. Emily, what's today up for you?
There's quite a few horses on tow actually in the parade ring, which is normally quite unusual for a race of this distance. They're all normally very, very laid back. I thought Monderani was the standout for me actually, really paraded well, a lovely neat type, very well behaved for the Kevin Myers team, and crucially I love basing these staying races around horses that are proven at the distance, and Monderani has that victory obviously in the New Zealand Cup at the distance, and I think that's key, and has had some miles in the legs since just to keep it up to the mark, but a lovely laid back type who's in great condition, neat type, conserving all the energy that it needs for the big one. Not a bad Harada was one on form that went in on top for me, just with what it's been able to do across the ditch. It's been so strong over the distance ranges, and another who has the miles or the kilometres in the legs, so to speak. It wasn't a standout in the parade ring, but I didn't have any knock on it. And I thought a couple of others at value, maybe a horse like Sulu C came into the mix for me, and just thought that was a really nice chance. Obviously does have the win at the 3,000 metres as well down south, and Lincoln King, another who's proven at the distance.
Okay, $100,000 guaranteed in the first 4 hours with the 10 here. Not a bad Harada on top. Thought he has the experience both here and in Australia to be very competitive and going well. You're developing into a nice staying mare. She's at $5. She's in for second. I was with Monderani in the New Zealand Cup. There's a slight lift in the weight, but still well capable. You'll be sure to see this horse running on strongly at the line. If I had to blow it in the race, maybe Hino Opilio might be one that I'd be throwing in at a fair bit of odds. Lincoln King, proven over the 3,200 metres, good, tough, staying horse. Race that's had great names in it, clearly over a long period of time, like Castletown. Teely remembers that so well. Aero Smith, a very good staying horse out of the Central Districts. Even further down this page, the great, well, I say great, he would have been great if he'd gone back-to-back, was Saki, of course, taken out last year in Blood Brother, who compiled such a good record at the Extreme Trip. On start time for this year's New Zealand Campus of Innovation in Sport Wellington Cup, Group 3 over the 2 miles. Here's Tony Lee.
Thank you, Bevan. As these last horses now, the NZCIS Wellington Cup field are nearly loaded away at the 1,200 metre start point for the 3,200 metre distance in front of them. Your race favourite, You Are a Star, coming up into the gates, and Hino Opilio about to come in for Sam Weatherly and complete it. The Cup field loaded, ready and racing now. They break out on a fair line as well. Going back early was Rose of Dalgety. In the early part of the race, Monderani was easy out of the gates, and That's Incredible goes back as well. Now Skyfighter began well, coming up on the outside, Hino Opilio. Over on the inside, Marietta Lane of Because. for Rodden with those. Lincoln King just behind them, not a bad Harada the inside. There's the luckiest Pukeko ever, just missed all of those horses. Back behind them, Platinum Spirit is the next when they work into some sort of order. You Are a Star in the red cap, Bluey's Chance in the middle, and Master Finn inside of those. Starry Beale's the next back behind them with Mondarani, and That's Incredible's going to settle down the last of them. So it is Hino Opilio and Skyfighter, not much between them as they link onto the course proper, and about to come down past the crowd here because on the inside, the outside is Marietta Lane, and one of the Southerners for Rodden is the next. Not a bad Harada inside of Lincoln King, and Sulu Seas wider. Master Finn on the inside. They come down to us now with just over a circuit to make. In the middle is Bluey's Chance. He's reefing and pulling. Well done, limited crowd, but you're making a hell of a noise with the circuit to make. You Are a Star is back behind those with 4 behind it, including the New Zealand Cup winner Mondarani, Starry Beale. That's Incredible, and the last of them is Rose of Dalgety. The Cup field swing out of the straight, 20 or so lengths over the field, and Hino Opilio making all here, leads by 3 now from Skyfighter, Marietta Lane, because 4th for Rodden, 5th Sulu Sea, 3 out around. Lincoln King in the inside, not a bad Harada. Platinum Spirit is the next. Master Finn on the inside, with it is Bluey's Chance to the back of the track. Then You Are a Star, Mondarani back on the inside, Starry Beale the middle, That's Incredible wider out, and the last of them is Rose of Dalgety. Plenty of pace in the race as they move on down the back of the track, and Hino Opilio from Sulu Sea wasn't sitting 3 wide, so goes up to second now. Skyfighter inside of Marietta Lane, and Platinum Spirits around those, because on the inside of Ferrodden they race on down now with over 1100 metres to go. Then we have Not a Bad Harada, Lincoln King in the middle, That's Incredible, and You Are a Star is getting on the move 3 wide now as they pack up a bit. Rose of Dalgety from Master Finn, Starry Beale and Mondarani's 2 lengths behind them. Still Hino Opilio comes down the side, across the top of the 800 metres. Platinum Spirit and Sulu Sea going for a look. That's Incredible. 4th Skyfighter is 5th. You Are a Star is close enough on the outside. For Rodden travels well between runners because the inside. Then Bluey's Chance as they near the corner. From on the outside, Lincoln King starting to make his move. Behind them, Marietta Lane, Bluey's Chance, Not a Bad Harada, Mondarani, Rose of Dalgety, and Master Finn. Still Hino Opilio into the straight, and at the 400 metres he's a length in front. On the outside, Sulu Sea trying to get to him. Skyfighter starting to go through on the inside. Marietta Lane, Lincoln King, Starry Beale looking to weave a passage through as well. Right across the track here, over on the outside, Lincoln King. Hino Opilio's fighting hard on the inside. You Are a Star flashing, Starry Beale, Lincoln King raged up into the lead. He'll win the cup. From Starry Beale, close thing, Sulu Sea, Hino Opilio 3rd and 4th, and right with them, Marietta Lane, Mondarani ran on, Skyfighter behind them, Platinum Spirit, and That's Incredible, Not a Bad Harada. Further away for Rodden, Bluey's Chance, Master Finn, Rose of Dalgety, and Marietta Lane. Deserving winner here, number 2, Lincoln King.
Well, what a day Craig Grills is having at Trentham. Lincoln King, 5.10 the win, 2.30 the place. Takes out the Wellington Cup. Starry Beale, 2.90. Close for 3rd, 2.4. And a photo. Great to see the strappers celebrating there. He's obviously put his heart and soul into Lincoln King, and great to see it paying off. As soon as we get numbers through for the 3rd spot, we'll let you know. 5th at Mornington, a minute away over on